Breaking news for Barcelona. Fabrizio Romano has just confirmed Chelsea's official offer for Fermin Lopez. But what no one expected was Barcelona's categorical response, setting a starting price. Hansi Flick breaks his silence and reveals private conversations. Szczesny has finally been registered after a €7 million deal. Real Madrid leads while Atletico collapses. And Julian Alvarez is getting closer to the Camp Nou, according to inside sources. But something has happened in the last 48 hours that changes absolutely everything. There are just 2 days left until the market closes, and the next few hours will be decisive for the future of several key players. Don't move, because this is just beginning. Barcelona managed to resolve one of its biggest headaches this Friday in the transfer market. Wojciech Szczesny's signing was officially listed on La Liga's website. The deal, which seemed impossible a week ago, was completed through a surgically precise financial maneuver. According to exclusive information we were able to confirm, the board presented guarantees worth $7 million, supplemented by credit instruments that satisfied the requirements of financial fair play. Iñaki Peña's loan to Elche was key to freeing up wages, confirmed a source close to the deal. The Polish goalkeeper, who will wear the number 25 jersey as he did last season, missed the first 2 matches against Mallorca and Athletic Club, but is now available for the match against Rayo Vallecano in Vallecas. What few people know is that this registration opens up a completely new scenario for Barcelona. With Szczesny's regularization and Gerard Martin also registered this week with the number 18, the club now has 26 registered players, but still has 5 spots open for reinforcements in the main squad. 5 spots that could be crucial in the next 48 hours. But while Szczesny's situation was being resolved, the Camp Nou offices were experiencing hours of maximum tension over Fermin Lopez. Hansi Flick held his most intense press conference since arriving at Barcelona this Saturday. For the first time, the German coach had to address the possible departure of one of his most trusted players. "My focus is on the team, not on financial issues. I would like to keep all the players," Flick declared, but immediately added something that chilled fans' hearts. "I don't know if anything will happen. This transfer market is crazy. You never know what can happen until the last minute." The situation became more complicated this Friday when Fabrizio Romano confirmed Chelsea's official offer on his YouTube channel. $40 million on the table. But here comes what no one expected. Barcelona has set the asking price at $90 million. A figure that seems unattainable for any club, but one that reveals Joan Laporta's true strategy. "I spoke with him and I'm confident he'll stay, but I can't predict what's coming," Flick confessed about his private conversation with Fermin. "I'll only be calm when the transfer window is closed." These words from the German coach suggest there's more uncertainty internally than is being shown publicly. Chelsea isn't the only interested party. Newcastle United and Tottenham have explored the situation, although only the Londoners have taken a concrete step. The proposal includes a gross annual salary of $15 million for the player, almost triple what he currently earns at Barcelona. Enzo Maresca sees the Spaniard as the perfect fit to complete his midfield alongside Enzo Fernandez and Moises Caicedo. However, the situation becomes more complicated when we analyze the sporting context. Fermin didn't play a single minute against Athletic Club, a decision that sparked speculation about his immediate future. Was it a technical decision or a precautionary measure ahead of negotiations? Flick assured that the player is focused and his heart is with Barca, but acknowledged that nothing can be considered definitive until the closing of the transfer window. The board urgently needs to generate income to alleviate the pressure of financial fair play, but it doesn't intend to part ways with key players. The dilemma is clear. What will happen if Fermin decides to ask to leave in the next few hours? According to internal sources, the player has not yet informed the club of his desire to be transferred, but the financial and sporting pressure could change this scenario. But while this tension is brewing in Barcelona, a story is unfolding in Madrid that could change the future of the Catalan market. Real Madrid secured their 3rd consecutive victory by defeating Mallorca 2-1 with goals from Arda Güler and Vinicius Jr. 9 points out of a possible 9 put the merengues at the top of La Liga. But the news that really interests Barcelona fans comes from across the capital. Atletico de Madrid is experiencing extremely turbulent days. They have only 2 points from 3 games after a 1-1 draw against Alaves. Diego Simeone seems to have lost touch with several of his players, but one is catching everyone's attention: Julian Alvarez. The scene that swept across Spain was devastating. With 15 minutes left, Simeone decided to substitute the Argentine. His expression of disbelief as he left the pitch became a symbol of Atletico's discontent. Why did Alvarez come off and not Sorloth, who had committed a childish penalty? The question every Atletico fan is asking. What few people know is that this situation is being closely monitored by Barcelona. Joan Laporta confirmed weeks ago that the club considers Julian Alvarez a target for 2026. Fernando Hidalgo, the Argentine's representative, recently stated on the program Solo para Culers that his client greatly admires Barcelona and did not rule out a future transfer. Alvarez's frustration in Madrid could become an opportunity for Barcelona. The World Cup winner fits perfectly into Flick's project. Young, talented, with the ambition to lead a new era. The longer he remains trapped in Simeone's conservative system, the greater the chance that the Blaugrana shirt will become his natural destiny. Meanwhile, Barcelona is preparing for a demanding September. The Champions League has presented a hectic schedule for the Blaugrana. Their debut on September 18th at Newcastle, followed by PSG at Camp Nou on October 1st. Flick didn't hide his excitement. This new format is absolutely crazy. Last year we reached the semi-final and felt we could have gone further. The German coach isn't intimidated by his rivals, but he acknowledges that winning the Champions League is the most important competition we compete in. 8 matches will determine whether Barcelona can truly compete with the European giants. Gavi's situation adds another concern. The Andalusian midfielder suffered discomfort in his right knee during training on Friday. As a precaution, he will not be available against Rayo Vallecano and will not join the Spanish national team. We are optimistic, Flick stated, but the concern is evident given that it is the same leg that was operated on in 2023. The next 48 hours promise to be decisive for Barcelona's future. The transfer window closes at midnight on Monday, and everything is still open. Will Fermin Lopez maintain his position and reject Chelsea's multi-million-dollar offer? Will Barcelona manage to generate the necessary income without parting with its treasures? And what will happen to Julian Alvarez if his frustration at Atletico reaches the point of no return? Flick summed it up perfectly. I'll only be calm when the transfer window is closed. But the feeling is that, regardless of what happens in these final hours, the decisions made now will determine the course of the entire season. Do you think Fermin should stay at Barcelona, rejecting Chelsea's 15 million annual fee, or is this the perfect time to generate income and invest in Julian Alvarez in 2026? Leave your opinion in the comments because this issue is far from resolved. And remember to subscribe so you don't miss any details of these 48 hours that could change everything. Because in football, as in life, everything can change in a second.